In the age of the Sahara Desert, where the Atlas Mountains rise like ancient stone guardians, there lived a young man named Idris. He was 26 years old and worked as a mechanic in a dusty village near Ouarzazate, known more for mirages and camel tracks than for dreams. But Idris had a dream, a wild, impossible one. He wanted to build Morocco's first solar-powered motorcycle. Most people laugh when he said it out loud. A motorcycle, powered by the sun, in a place where most people couldn't afford a regular bike? Stick to engines and oil, Idris, they'd say. You're not an engineer. But Idris didn't see failure the way others did. He saw every breakdown he fixed as a lesson, every spark from an old battery as potential, every hot afternoon sun as free energy. His father, who ran the village's only repair shop, had once dreamed of studying in Casablanca but never got the chance. Idris had inherited that dream and extended it. He wanted to create something new, not just fix what was broken. But he was scared. Scared he wasn't smart enough. Scared no one would support him. Scared that if he tried, he'd fall and everyone would see it. For months, the idea stayed in his head. He'd go to work, fix engines, smile politely, and go home. But every night, he'd sketch. He'd read online articles, download manuals, and watch YouTube videos in French and broken English, trying to understand how solar panels worked with lithium batteries. Then one night, during a blackout, his younger sister asked, "If the sun gives us light every day, why do we have none at night?" He paused, looked at her, and said, "Because we haven't stored it properly." The next day, he made a decision. No more doubting. He would try, not because he was ready, but because he was tired of being afraid. He gathered scraps from junkyards, old bicycle frames, broken panels, discarded batteries. He set up a tiny workstation behind the shop. The neighbors gossiped. Even his father, though supportive, was hesitant. "This is a hard climb, Idris," he warned. "You don't have a degree. You don't have funding." "I have time," Idris replied. "And I have fire." Weeks turned into months. He failed often. Panels overheated. Wires caught fire. The frame collapsed twice. Each failure whispered, "You should stop." But something louder said, "Keep going." He tested the bike in secret, early in the morning before customers came. It didn't go far, but it moved. By the third month, it could travel 2 kilometers. By the 6th month, 10. He posted a video online. Then another. One got shared by a small Moroccan tech page. A week later, a journalist from Casablanca called. The article read, "Desert mechanic builds solar bike from scrap." That story traveled faster than Idris ever could. Students messaged him. A startup in Rabat offered mentorship. An investor in Marrakesh invited him to pitch. But the biggest call came from a clean energy conference in Nairobi. "Would you be willing to present your prototype to African innovators?" He stood at the airport with a passport that still smelled like new paper and a bag full of nerves. His hands shook. Fear crept in again. What if the bike breaks? What if I say the wrong thing? But he remembered what one of the tech mentors had told him. Every inventor climbs with fear on his back. The only difference between those who stop and those who soar is who they listen to. In Nairobi, he presented with his voice cracking, his accent strong, his heart louder than both. And when he rolled the solar bike onto the stage, the room stood still. Then came applause, then interviews, then opportunity. Today, Idris runs a small workshop in Marrakesh, training young mechanics across North Africa in sustainable engineering. His bike is still not perfect, but it works. And more importantly, it inspires. When a young student once asked him how he did it, Idris smiled and said, "I didn't climb because I was fearless. I climbed because I was tired of standing still." And in the end, that was all that mattered.